I love boxing almost as much as I love football, and today we have a video where Froch is interviewing Prince Naseem Hamed in the wake of the film Giant being released. I went to watch it on release day yesterday. What an absolutely brilliant film. I want to hear what Naseem's got to say about it with Froch, and obviously the back and forth between two boxers. So let's get straight into that video. But before we do that, if you do actually like my videos, then please consider hitting like and subscribe. It supports me and it supports channel. Alternatively, don't forget to subscribe to Froch on Fighting. Is it called? Is his channel called Froch on Fighting? Go and subscribe to Froch on Fighting as well, because obviously this is the video we're using to do this reaction today. Right, let's see what the back and forth between two very, very elite level boxers is going to be.
Anyway, hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, Froch, aka The Cobra.
The Cobra.
And I'm absolutely delighted to be joined with Naseem Salam Ali Hamed, aka The Prince.
Prince Naseem.
I know that was
I
right,
love that.
I'm a fanboy.
I love
I'm
that.
trying not to be a fanboy.
But why not? You can be whatever you want.
Okay,
exactly.
Listen.
Be yourself. That's what I want you to be.
Yeah, I'll be myself.
And that's what I like.
So I've got
Good.
a little script, but I'm just not even going to bother with it.
Yeah, forget that.
But we're here for the film Giant. I watched it last night, actually.
What did you think?
I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely
great
loved it.
film.
My wife loved it. She was crying at the end, and
It was emotional,
great.
yeah?
It was emotional. Yeah, there was a particular scene which I want to get into in a minute, but
Yeah.
just fantastic film. But I was watching. I had License to Thrill, Natural Born Thriller, the little VHS tape.
Oh
I was
my
watching
God,
there.
you
with
Wow.
Sam and Legacies.
I had all these Prince Naz videos and stuff that he brought out. I had all them on VHS as well. I've watched Naseem's career from like when he first got like the meteoric rise, if you like.
Real Natural Born Thriller, the little VHS tape.
Oh
Yeah.
my watching
God,
there.
you
I still
remember
got them
them?
in Legacies. Yeah, I love, mate. Remember them? There was like, was it HMV back then or was it Virgin?
Yeah.
Buying the video, all excited on the bus on the way
They were
home.
good though, weren't they?
Yeah, there was.
Like really good.
Yeah.
And the book was wicked, wasn't it? The book called Wicked. Bet you don't even remember, do you?
There was a book called Wicked. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't remember
so
who
I've read-
did it.
I read that book
But
as
do you
well.
remember the other film called Prince, Who is King?
Prince Who is King, yeah, I do.
I never watched that.
Because
There's a couple of videos that was there, but I like the ones with the short clips of
Natural
your
Born
fights.
really, yeah.
Natural
Yeah.
Born Thriller and License to Thrill.
Them two were
Yeah.
brilliant.
Quite fitting with Pierce Brosnan being James Bond. Anyway,
yeah.
what got you into the movie? What got you to agree to do this movie about yourself and Brendan and your career?
So the truth is, I didn't know anything about it. In fact, only until the movie was fully done,
Yeah.
I just thought I was with a friend who I recently only met, and I said, "Listen, contact these people. They've made a film about me, but it's got nothing to do with me. So what I prefer you to do is get onto them,
Give me
and
a
just
copy.
tell them the least they can do is come to Dubai. I'm in Dubai right now. We'll book a cinema and let me watch this film. I want to see it."
Facts.
Right.
Thing is, if you're gonna have a film wrote about you, you want to proofread it, you want to proof see it, don't you? Because it's your life, it's your career. You want to make sure that these guys are portraying you right, don't you? You know what I mean? That obviously, I understand why Prince has said that, right? Or Naz.
Now, we'll book a cinema and let me watch this film.
Yeah,
I want
man.
to see it.
Right, so no
So I didn't even.
initial involvement with you. So
Nothing.
That's
you made a
crazy.
film- So this film, I suppose it is about you, but it's about Brendan Ingle.
It's not.
As
It's
well.
about a fighter and a trainer.
The trainer. Okay.
So it's about us,
Yeah.
but it's more Brendan because that they've only got
Yeah.
the real side that they've got fully supported
side.
is from that side.
So for
Right.
clarity, then you'd not been approached and said, "Do you want to do this film?"
No.
The film was made and came out.
That's
and you were like,
crazy.
"Oh, film about me.
How can you make a biopic film without having some sort of input from the person that's in the film? You know what I mean? That to me is nuts.
So all I thought was
Crazy.
All I thought was, I knew at the end of the day, there was talks about people wanting to do a film,
Yeah. Okay. Fair
and
enough.
I thought, you know what, it's not surprising.
It's not surprising.
No, 'cause it's
It's not
flamboyant.
surprising, but I just thought, hopefully, when somebody does it, they're gonna do it right.
And was you pleased with it?
Now, it's hard, Carl, to watch something
I imagine.
that you wasn't involved in.
Yeah.
To enjoy something knowing you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only that though, right? There's going to be, and I'm not going to put no spoilers about the film in there because obviously I watched it last night. But there's certain things that happen and conversations within that will spark off memories. Don't forget, you're not just watching a film, you're watching a film of your life. You've experienced parts of this film in reality. So that would hit differently to the person whose film it's about than, say, a normal fan. Do you know what I mean? So I imagine he's going to be super critical of certain parts of this film.
Involved in.
Yeah.
To enjoy something knowing you had nothing to do with it.
And that as well.
Regardless of that, there was parts of it that put a smile on my face.
Good.
Brought a lot of memories back.
Yeah.
Good.
And there's parts of it that I disliked.
Yeah.
But the ending, what you just said about you and your missus,
Yeah.
loving that ending.
The ending is
emotional.
brilliant. I'm not going to say
Me
why.
too. And I actually said to the director, I said to him, you know what? That last part
Perfect.
was such a great part.
Are you
Yeah.
referencing the conversation between you and Brendan that never happened?
Yes.
Do you think that's
I said to him, I only wish that really happened.
That's what I was about to ask you. Is that a
Yeah.
conversation that you wish did happen?
I wish,
Yeah,
because
I thought so.
I don't know if you know, but I tried Carl for years.
Oh, really?
To get in touch with him and to meet him, and he
So
wasn't.
you
he
reached
wasn't,
out?
He wasn't having it. Reached
Oh,
out
really?
so many times, did not want to know. So I just thought, look,
That's crazy.
it's not meant to happen.
Yeah. Do you think that if that conversation did go happen, do you think the director got it right? Was that kind of the gist of what would have been said around? I know it's not going to be
I
that
think it'd
accurate.
have been deeper than that.
But it would have
Yeah,
been a lot
yeah.
deeper.
I
But in
think
terms
it'd a lot
of the
been-
points,
yeah.
the points of, because I've been involved in contracts myself, and I've been
Yeah.
involved in litigation myself. With
Yeah.
Promoters, and not my
Yeah,
trainer.
yeah.
I was with Rob
There's
McCracken.
lots of fucking bloodsuckers out there in the boxing industry, and everyone wants their pound of flesh. That's what Carl Froch is talking about there.
And I've been involved in litigation myself with promoters, and not my
Yeah,
trainer.
yeah.
I was with Rob McCracken my whole.
You had a good trainer.
Professional career.
He did you a good job, Robert McCracken. I liked him.
Yeah, well, you had a good trainer as well, a great trainer. Somebody. Who was,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
1,000,000%. I don't know. They're both from Irish backgrounds too.
I think they are. Yeah, McCracken. Yeah, because his
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So Spencer McCracken.
Spencer, Adam. He's got a younger brother called Jake.
Yeah, but Spencer
Yeah.
was looking after my son Adam.
Oh, was he training for a bit? Was
yeah,
he?
yeah, and
He knows boxing well though, Spencer. He knows the game.
he's a
He used
good
to
lad.
fight
him.
as well.
Yeah, but when you're bringing back that point of that last scene,
Yeah.
and would there been anything else said from me? My main thing would have been just to just let him know that, look, if I upset you, forgive me, and
Yeah.
I apologise, and I don't want this to be between me and you. This went out way too much in a bad way, and it never got sorted out.
And how accurate was it at the beginning when he spoke to you about the contract and the details? Was that correct? Because you was a young kid, weren't you? You was a baby, like 10 years old or something.
I was about 11, 12.
And did you have that conversation about?
We had that conversation.
Yeah,
Wow.
to me, I'm not.
But it wasn't done once or twice.
No, right, okay.
It was done
Yeah.
like
Because that's a little bit intense, that.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
done
yeah.
for years because he wanted to plant that seed,
All right, okay.
and that tells you a lot. When you read into that, it tells you a lot. It's sad
Yeah. but
that
there's-
something like that could be on his mind, but bear in mind, he had an issue with Harold Bomber Graham leaving him, and he had Harold's contract.
Oh, was that the guy that was in the car that
and
beginning
he's
of the film?
yes,
Right.
that's
So I was
right.
thinking who's that? Because he didn't mention
Yeah,
his
because
name.
there's been it wasn't only me.
See, but basically, they're talking about a conversation between Brendan Ingle and Prince NAZ, where he's like nurture him as a kid, and he's saying things to him like, if you make big time, you make X amount of money, I need a cut of that because I'm putting my time and investment into you. Because a boxer had burnt Brendan Ingle and left this bomber guy he's talking about here. This is not new information. Do you know what I mean? This has been around for years, but NAZ is just basically backing that up. I mean, I imagine this Naseem Hamed now here talking is very, very subdued and very, very measured. The Naseem back in the day, when he was 21 in top of the world, he was so arrogant, cocky, and confident. Do you know what I mean? He was brash. He didn't, he didn't talk like this. Didn't talk like this now. I mean, maybe he's grown up since then. A lot of people said it was just a gimmick in the way, but he was so confident in his ability, and credit to him for keeping that up. But at this moment in time now, he looks very, very grounded and he's talking very, very normal. It's weird for me to see Naseem like this because I've not seen him for years, apart from when this film's come back now. And obviously he's seen him on interviews and stuff. So it's weird for me to see him talking like a regular person as opposed to what I've seen back in the day. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
And who's that? 'Cause he didn't mention his
because
name.
there's been, it wasn't only me in that gym
Yeah, of course.
that left.
Of course.
Like, you know, there's many fighters that leave many trainers.
Yeah.
Some fighter he was, Errol Bomber Graham. Awkward, horrible. Bit
Well,
like yourself.
He was.
But you punch like a mule for a featherweight as well. It was a massive banger. But anyway, let's move on because we could talk and reminisce for years.
Yeah.
Like literally, I could talk to you for hours and hours. And
I know you're a fanboy.
big fanboy. And what are you laughing at?
See, there's little glimpses there still of the old NAZ, yeah, because you're a fanboy. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind being.
But
You're
do
the
you know?
reason.
But
Go on.
do you know? At the same time, we're a fan of you.
Well, listen,
Good.
you was at the Groves first fight. And you were shouting two
my
hearts.
God. Oh my
And I
god.
didn't know if you was on my side or against me in the stoppage. And if you was like, was it stopped too early?
Well, I'll let you know.
Who did you back in the rematch?
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me
I'll
know
let
now.
you know this.
Tell me
Go
to my
on.
face.
First of all,
Giving it the big one.
this young little Nottingham lad that was nothing came to my home city, and I took him out in my Ferrari.
And you know that Ferrari you
And
took
I-
me out in?
and
I ended up buying one because of that.
because of that.
I got the Stradale, the Challenge
my
Stradale 360.
God. Don't tell me.
I've got it in my garage now. It's got a name.
So listen, the day that I took you out, and you was chuffed. I loved the fact that you
This
was
is
happy
new.
about it, and you was
signed
just,
all my bits.
you was just about to turn pro
That's
and
right.
start your successful career.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know, I wish for you the best. But
Right?
the fact that for me, Nottingham, which we call Shottingham, it's only up the road from us.
Yeah.
I would have rather definitely wanted a northern person to be. Sorry, I didn't know him. I knew you.
Yeah.
I wanted you to win that fight bad. I'm going to be honest.
The rematch or the first one? Or both?
And I met him recently. He was so nice. He asked me for a picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't you can blame me. He's only human.
So we had a picture at some awards where I was presenting Frank with an award.
Yeah.
But I tell you this now. I've watched so many fights. But that shot that you hit him with in that second one,
Yeah.
in front of 80,000 people,
Lights
He knows.
were out, weren't
He
they?
knows. Big
that
shot.
was some shot, that call. The thing is,
You know, he swore then.
you said it, that you were going to do it.
Yeah. I do.
And that's what I love.
Because that's what Naseem was all about, wasn't it? I'm going to do this. I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock him out in this round. I'm going to do that. And then he went and did it. And that, I think, there's probably a little bit in there in Naz's mind where, because Carl said it and did it, he's reliving a bit of his own mentality there. And I love the fact that Carl is sitting there listening to that, because that is one of his idols. Prince Naseem is one of Carl's idols, like he said, like he's fanboying. And for him to say that back to him, you can see by Carl's face there, he's like, wow, is this real? Is this guy really saying that to me after one of my fights? That's, that's one of the best accolades you can have, probably, as a boxer.
That you were going to do it.
Yeah. I do.
And that's what I love. That's what I love. I seen you recently, having a conversation with Andre Ward.
Yeah, it was good
And
to
you-
get that off my chest. A couple of
Yeah,
weeks ago.
I'm glad you did that, but he was an unbelievable fighter. by
Yeah,
the way.
definitely.
Tricky, awkward.
No, but not
Horrible.
just tricky, awkward.
No,
He-
good fight.
He was skillful.
It was, yeah.
He was clever.
It was.
He was very clever.
Andre Ward's a beast.
And listen, did you go 12 rounds with him?
12 rounds, yeah.
Don't you think that's an amazing
150 and
achievement?
130 on
100%.
two scorecards. One round away
Don't
from
you
each
think
other.
that
It was
was
wider
an-
than that, though, to be fair. But no, it was good for me to do that and
Yeah.
go the distance with a champ
Yeah.
like that. He
I'm
stepped
gonna
up
be
to light
honest.
heavyweight.
You will know this when I tell you this. You were very limited as a fighter.
In terms of skill
In my
set
eyes,
and
yeah.
ability, yeah.
Yeah, in my
I did
eyes.
win 2 ABA titles. I won a medal in the World Championships, but it was all
Don't be giving it the big
fitness.
one.
No, but
Telling me what you won.
what did you win
I'm
as
telling
amateur?
you something now.
You didn't do senior amateur, did you?
I only won 7 national
Never boxed for
titles.
England,
I'm
yeah.
not. Listen, let me tell you this.
Go on, Naz,
Let me
tell
tell
him.
you this.
Tell
me.
him.
For me personally, You pulled off the impossible.
Hard work.
So did Amir Khan. For me,
Khan couldn't take a punch though.
no.
Oh, well done, Carl. Well done. The amount of times that Amir Khan was knocked out and you could have counted him out with a calendar instead of a clock was unbelievable. The guy had so much talent. He was quick. He was agile. He could punch like faster than everybody else. But if you clocked him, he was out. And it didn't take long. Do you know what I mean? Like, what was it? Breeders Prescott? I think he knocked him out in the first minute, didn't he? Crazy. But I understand that. Carl Froch, can you imagine having Naseem Hamed telling you that you was limited as a fighter and you pulled off the impossible? I mean, Carl Froch has got a bit of an ego when it comes to his fighting. Like, I'm the Cobra, I've won this title, I've won that title. Because if you see any of his other videos, he does talk about being the Cobra quite a lot. You know what I mean? That's got to be a little bit grounding to him, that.
For me,
Khan couldn't take a punch though.
no. That's a big difference with you.
Yeah.
But when I said to you, you was limited in ability, you made up with it with your heart.
Absolutely.
With your
Like Rocky.
determination, with the will to win. You couldn't turn you off. You wanted to win so bad.
That's right.
Now, when I watched you in the first Groves fight,
When he got dropped.
I couldn't believe that he could hit you like that and knock you down the way that he
Yeah,
did.
dropped him
And
early
you was
on, didn't he?
gone.
Almost.
No, you was gone, but one of the great things about fighters that are champions,
The ability to get back up
like
and
you and me, is we find a way to win.
get back up. That's the whole Rocky story, isn't it? The whole Rocky versus Apollo, and that was based on a fight from back in the day, wasn't it? And obviously, Rocky knocking Apollo down is very similar to George Groves knocking Carl Froch down very, very early on. Because I don't think Carl Froch was taking George Groves as seriously as he should have done until he got dropped. And then, well, we saw what happened in both fights.
That's right.
When you saw me on my back in Madison Square Garden in the Kevin Kelly fight 3 times,
And my heart was pounding at home, screaming at the television.
and
like
you're just thinking, get up.
Yeah.
They're the times
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you must have thought at the end of it, fighters always find a way to win. Champions.
Yeah, that's true.
You won that fight. You end up winning that fight. The referee stopped it. And I was still like that, whether he should have stopped it or he shouldn't. It were like that. I don't know
said
what
that.
you believe about that.
I said that.
But for me, what seals it off, that you can't talk about it anymore, is what you did to him in that
Second fight, he destroyed
in
him.
front of 80,000 people.
Yeah, in the first fight, it was a lot closer, and a lot of people were saying we need a rematch because this isn't settled. Some people were saying that Groves actually won that fight, and also, like the fan base was totally divided on that fight, who won the first fight. But in the second one, there was no bones about it. He absolutely sparkled George Groves, didn't he?
Unconscious. And close the chapter on that stuff.
This
Yeah.
is what I mean. And I'm telling you, it's going to be hard for you to find a fight
I think that's why
that
I
somebody
retired.
else did that. You did the best thing after that.
Retired at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, let's talk about
I've
you.
seen you shouting out.
Because I don't like to talk
I've
about
seen-
myself too much.
I like talking about you too, though, because listen,
Go on, Naz.
you're a world,
It's taking
you're a
over.
world champion and you did amazing in your career.
4-time world champ.
Ah, there we go. There's a little bit of the ego. You was world champion, 4 times world champion. Do you know what I mean? There you go. There you go. That's that little bit of Carl Froch's boxing ego, if like. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
You're a world champion and you did amazing in your career.
4-time world champ.
4 times.
Hall of Famer like yourself.
And you were going to mention the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I know.
I was going to ask you your biggest crowd, but you've killed that.
You was 4 times. I was 5 times.
Ah,
But you know what?
my
It
dick bigger than
means
yours.
nothing. Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame says it all.
It says it all.
Right, your fighting style.
Okay.
Low guard, chin in the air, leery, confident. Was you like that from a kid? I've seen fights, I've seen footage of you as a kid. But
Yeah.
was you in there believing in that confidence?
Yeah.
Or was you kind of faking it until you got there? Was you all, you know what I mean? Was you in there fully solid believer that I'm going to smash this kid, and I'm confident because I was a really nervous fighter. So
Was
I'm
you
envious of
nervous?
that. Really nervous.
See, I was the opposite.
He was
Carl.
totally. I thought you.
Oh
was.
God, he was
So
he was
I'm glad to hear
brash
that.
and
Honest,
in your face.
I was talking about it earlier. Zero nerves.
Yeah, zero. That's crazy. That.
Just
Crazy.
pure excitement.
Adrenaline.
And thinking, you know what? I can't wait to show you what I can do.
Where do you think you got that from? Is that what it was? Just wanting to show off what you've got?
First of all, I love to win. But it wasn't about winning, Carl. It was about how I won.
Right. The
I
showman
wanted to win in such a,
style.
like, knockout fashion.
Well, it was the razzmatazz, wasn't it? It was the entertainment value.
It was
that.
everything.
It was that got me back into boxing. I stopped boxing when I was 15 as an amateur.
But why did you stop
Moved
boxing?
to Newark. My mum got a pub in Newark. My stepdad started working in the pub. The gym was miles away. I just fell out of love with the sport.
Yeah.
And then when I moved back to Nottingham, when I finished school and started college, I walked back in the gym. I was like 18, 19 years old. And I was thinking, my life's going nowhere. I'm doing nothing. I was watching all your fights and just thinking, when I got back into amateur boxing, my guard was down here. You look at all my amateur fights. That uppercut that scraped the canvas from out of range.
Yeah.
That was
won me
crazy.
a bronze medal in the World Championships. I was the first amateur from England to win a World Championship medal. And I was losing fights.
It should have won you a gold.
And I was like, yeah,
bronze
but the guy
is not good enough.
No, you're right.
I like the fact that NAZ is appreciative of Carl Froch saying that he gave up boxing, and then after he'd watched some of his fights, he walked back in the gym, and the inspiration was from Naseem. See, that to Naseem is a win. It's a win for him. It's a win for his persona, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because someone else has been lifted by his performances, by his boxing. And obviously, Carl Froch ended up being a world champion, 4-time world champion of it. And that, again, Naseem hearing stuff like that, he would love to hear that. Aside from his alter ego, if you like. Because obviously his alter ego wants to be winning in like flamboyant style. It's all about the knockout. I'm this, I'm that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But to hear a story from another boxer saying that you're his inspiration gives you a different buzz. Do you know what I mean? I like it.
Right, but the Russian
Don't talk to me about bronze.
The Russian guy in the semi-final, who was big and strong, about 35 years old. I was like 21, I think.
Yeah.
But that big, dirty, horrible uppercut
Horrible.
from out of range. You said horrible. I used to throw it out of range and catch him on the chin, and then couple out of range, arms down, slip.
That's one thing that you had, though. You had the power.
I lost that as a pro. Or Rob McCracken sort of engineered it away.
You brought it in a bit.
Well, Jermaine Taylor flattened me in round 3 in my first world title defence.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was like, right, I can't have my guard too low. You had that style your whole career.
Yeah.
Right up until the point when you fought
I loved it.
Marco Antonio
My
Barrera.
son Sammy fights like me.
Yeah, I've seen him. Sammy's
But go on.
talented. You fought Marco Antonio Barrera. I spent when I say every last penny on the £700 flight. I could only afford to stay in the Circus hotel. Me and my brother and a good friend of mine, Jason, 3 of us.
Wow.
And we had our last $100, and there was a Mexican kid next to us in the crowd saying, $100, my man beats your guy. I'm like, no, $100. I'm like, I need $100. So Lee ran to the cash machine, took it out his credit card.
You're joking.
We had 100 quid each.
Lost it.
And I was watching it thinking, he's not right. Even down to the point where you came in on the ring.
Everything was wrong.
Somebody chucked beer on you. Me and my brother went.
No people talk
Me
about
and my
that.
brother went to try and find the guy, and we couldn't get to that section because we was in the back. Trust me, we went to
tried
get
to find that
because then you tried to get on the top rope, and I thought,
Some guy threw beer on Naz and Carl Froch and his mate wanted to go and knock him out. Oh, that's cool.
section because we was in the back. Trust me, we went to
tried
get
to find that
because then you tried to get on the top rope, and I thought he can't do the somersault because his gloves are wet.
Yeah.
And I thought he had done the front top rope flip. That's going to
Nothing.
break his
Listen,
rhythm.
everything.
It killed me. That did.
Everything that could have went wrong.
I'm a
Carl.
proper fanboy, aren't I? Even my hairs are standing up on my neck.
Wow.
It's all good.
We ain't got time, have we? Can we roll and
But
close it?
let him finish though, because this is personal to me now, and the way he's just described everything, I can't just have him just leave. He's just told you his hairs are standing up on his arms.
It is cutting in with it.
And his hairs didn't even stand up for 80,000 people in Carl.
Liz, do you know what? That's good. The fact that the interviewer was saying, like, this is time now. You've had your time with each one. You need to move on to your next, probably. He's promoting the film, probably. And for Naz to hear that and a fellow professionals having the hairs on his arms stood up because of this is like, hang on, mate. Hang on. we're finishing this interview. This guy's now telling me that hair's on his... You've cut in an inappropriate moment. That was quite an emotional conversation between Carl and Naz, and you've cut in to say it's going to be time. He's like, hang on a minute. We're finishing this section. Good on you, Naz. Good on you, lad.
Stand up for 80,000 people in Carl.
So that fight, you 100% categorically was not yourself in that fight.
No,
it wasn't yourself, and that's. I mean, you tell me. But
Barrera counterpunched him, didn't he?
With Brendan, was it the whole desire?
Nothing
for the
to do with this split with Brendan.
Nothing to do with that.
Listen, there was not. It was impossible to prepare because 8 weeks to lose 2.5 stone was virtually impossible.
Really? Is that
Wow,
what
is that what it was?
I've been through this in this room before and said,
I never knew that. 2.5 stone in 8 weeks. So you was.
Could you lose? Could you be strong at that?
I struggled at £10 when I was 12-10 to get down.
I swear to you, I remember going to training camp the first day. Oscar Suarez, who was my trainer then, he said, "Right, let's weigh you." And I was 11 stone, and he said to me, "Right, you're gonna have to. We 100%. We've got this nutritionist. You're gonna live on 500 calories.
Oh,
a
Jesus
day.
Christ!
That's all you're gonna have. Steam rooms, saunas, the gym twice a day." And all I knew is from the start of training camp till the last day of training camp of going to Vegas, I still didn't make the weight.
Yeah.
I was still over. So I was so weight drained and it was dangerous.
Yeah.
But I just always thought in my heart there was no way that he was going to knock me out or stop me. And I always thought that he can't go 12 rounds without me catching him.
Yeah.
And if I
yeah.
catch him,
He's
I'm
gone.
taking him out. Imagine I knocked out 31.
Exactly, a monster puncher. But you can't go into a fight like that thinking you're going to
No way.
Especially when you're
No way. But
I mean, Barrera's a different animal anyway. You know what I mean? Barrera's tough. Barrera's one of those rugged fucking fighters who does his homework before every single fight. And he did. He didn't fall for Naz's flamboyance and stuff and the angle. He's basically kept tight and just kept punching when he needed to. I mean, that's how he got through the fight and ultimately won, isn't it?
Yeah, monster puncher. But you can't go into a fight like that thinking you're going to
no way.
Especially when you're
no way.
there.
But you know as well as I do, what happens in boxing is they dangle that carrot and sometimes you look at it and think and realise you can't go and rob 10 banks and get that money.
No.
And then moments come around. I shouldn't have took that fight. There's no way that anybody that was sensible around me should have said to me, "Listen, just take your time.
Prepare properly.
Fight on your terms." I was looking for him for 5 years. He avoided me, Carl. He wouldn't have anything to do with me because he knew I would have done him properly. But
I would convince you would have done him. And you was only 28 years old when you retired.
yeah. But
Well,
by
listen-
that time,
Yeah, go on.
my hands
Hands were
on this
sore,
were
yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
My hands were. I don't know how
Your punch
you
so
are
hard.
now. You're.
Yeah, my hands weren't too bad. I had a couple of operations on this hand.
Yeah. See, I didn't have no operations, but my hands could.
Just painful. Yeah, it's horrible when you're sparring and training your hands.
It's
like that.
horrible, man, because they're your machine guns, and if you've
Absolutely.
got no bullets to put in them and you can't use them, it's like, well, why do it? You can't.
Right.
Listen,
So
we're
I
so
thought genuinely, I thought he'd retired because of the fact that he didn't expect to get beat, and I thought he'd. Because his all this stuff that he was saying, like, I'm never going to get defeated, I'm going to knock this person out, I'm going to beat them in that round, I'm going to, that alter ego that he had. I thought he basically just threw his toys out the pram and said, right, that's it, Bimby, I'm not fighting anymore. I didn't realise it's because his hands was in bits. You know what I mean? At 28 for your hands to be in bits, that's nuts. Normally that happens later on, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like in your 30s or like going on to your 40s sort of thing. Crazy.
It's like, well, why do it? You can't.
Well, listen, we're to talk about the film. We've run out of time. I'd love to get you on my podcast.
Of course you would.
Moving forward, we'll get.
But maybe
we'll
I'll
get
have
you
a podcast soon. I
on.
might
Absolutely.
invite you on.
Listen,
Yeah,
get me on
do it.
anytime. It'd be a pleasure. I'm going to, out of respect for everyone else that's waiting and for yourself and the team, I'm going to close it off. So it's been great to talk to you.
Yeah, man.
Let's get on in the future. I'll come to you, whatever. We'll have a chat. But well done with this film. I know you wasn't involved at the beginning.
But I'm here to support
I think
it.
he's
Good.
He's done you proud, and I know it's shortcutted a lot of things and cut a lot of stuff out, like the Tom Johnson fight, the fight early on in against the kid that knocked you down. Was it Bel Castro? Dropped you?
Yeah, no, I dropped him 3 times. He
Yeah,
didn't
who's the
drop
guy
me.
from from the tall guy, tall Irish kid. Your first time you've been dropped.
Wayne McCulloch.
And you jumped up off the floor. No, Wayne McCulloch didn't. Early on in your career, you can't remember, can you? He's all a big flash, wasn't it? And then big knockouts. Early on in your career, you got dropped and you got up to win.
Daniel Alacia, the Puerto Rican. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That was the first knockdown of my career.
Yeah, from that whole...
That's what, I just got sponsored by Adidas.
Right.
And I got dropped in the first
you got up
fight.
to win, didn't you? So it don't matter.
But that knockout was an amazing second round knockout.
Absolutely, it was wicked.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but listen,
And you did it
I'm
with
so happy
style
to
as
see
well.
you today.
But no, absolutely. Listen, it's been a pleasure.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What a great interview that was.
Anyway.
I mean, it's what a great interview. I'm glad that even though Naz didn't get endorsed from the beginning of this film, I'm glad that he's in the limelight now to support the film, because obviously it's a biographical film. And with Carl saying things to him like, oh, why didn't have this fighting on that fighting? If you're going to do a boxer's full career biographical movie, it's going to go on for hours, isn't it? Because you can't put every single fight in, etc. You've got to put key points in, or certain things in his career that's changed this or made him into that, or, you know, certain like trainer splits and all that sort of stuff. So if you're going to do a biography, you've got to basically pick certain fights, not all of them. But yeah, interesting to see that Carl Froch was a fanboy of Prince Naz. They're roughly the same age, aren't they? So it's that is crazy to me. That is crazy, but what a great interview. And it's weird to see humble Naz, because like I say, I've only ever seen interviews where he was like, I'm going to take on the world and this, that and the other, and the way he was in that, he was very subdued. He still liked having the ego stroked, I suppose, from Carl, saying like it's a fanboy and like I started boxing again because of you and this, that. And it was nice to see the appreciation from Naz of that. I like that, and I like the fact they got the back and forth, and then Carl's little bit of ego come out, of 4-time world champion, stuff like that. It was good to see that, because that never leaves a boxer, because you fight for your accolades, you fight for what you've won. Your belts are your trophies, aren't they? You know what I mean? So it was good to see that, and it was an interesting watch. That I might start doing some more interviews like this on this channel. If that's something you'd like to see, then let me know in the comments. It doesn't have to be boxing; it can be football, it can be anything. You know what I mean? Just and like I say, if you like these types of videos, then hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it very much. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on here. You know what to do? Hit that button. Anyway, what did you guys think of this reaction? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out the original video. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Follow both these people, Naz and Carl Froch. Absolutely watch their videos. See you next time.